On a remote, barren planet far from any known civilization, a massive alien beast lay in a desolate valley, its body covered in wounds and its eyes filled with pain. Zorgo, as it was known, had been feared and hunted by various alien species for years. Its appearance was terrifying, with scales that shimmered like dark metal and claws that could tear through the toughest materials. But now it was weak and abandoned, left to die by those who saw it only as a threat. A small group of humans on a mission to explore new worlds arrived on the planet. Their ship, the Endeavor, landed not far from the valley where Zorgo lay. Captain Elena Rodriguez led the team, which included Dr. Sam Carter, the medic, and engineers Lisa and Tom. "Captain, I'm picking up faint life signs nearby," Sam reported, staring at his scanner. Elena nodded. "Let's check it out. Stay alert, everyone." As they approached the valley, they saw Zorgo. The sight of the enormous creature made them halt in their tracks. It was unlike anything they had ever seen, both awe-inspiring and terrifying. "Is that—" Tom began, his voice trailing off. "An alien beast," Lisa finished, her eyes wide. Despite the initial fear, Elena stepped forward cautiously. "It's injured. We can't just leave it like this." "Are you serious?" Tom exclaimed. "That thing could kill us." "We don't know that," Elena replied firmly. "Look at it. It's in pain." Sam moved closer, his scanner beeping steadily. "Captain's right. Its vital signs are weak. If we don't help it, it'll die." Lisa hesitated but nodded. "All right, let's do this." Working together, the team used their advanced medical technology to tend to Zorgo's wounds. The beast watched them with wary eyes, too weak to resist but seemingly understanding their intent. As they treated it, they began to notice signs of intelligence in its gaze, a depth of understanding that made them pause. "Do you think it can understand us?" Lisa asked quietly. "Maybe," Sam said, "but right now, it just needs our help." Over the next few days, the humans took turns watching over Zorgo, bringing it food and water and continuing to treat its injuries. Gradually, Zorgo began to show signs of recovery. It started to communicate through low, rumbling sounds and body language. One evening, as the team gathered around their campfire, Elena looked at Zorgo thoughtfully. "I think it's trying to tell us something." "We should try to understand it," Sam suggested. "If it's intelligent, maybe it can tell us what happened." Using their translation devices and a lot of patience, the humans began to understand Zorgo's language. The beast shared its story of being misunderstood and hunted by other species. It had never meant harm, but was always driven away because of its fearsome appearance. "They left it to die," Tom said, shaking his head, "just because it looked different." Elena looked at Zorgo, who now seemed more like a misunderstood creature than a monstrous beast. "Well, it's not alone anymore. We'll help it." With a newfound determination, the humans continued to care for Zorgo, forging a bond of trust and friendship that would change their lives and the fate of the galaxy forever. The humans worked tirelessly to heal Zorgo's wounds. Their advanced medical technology sped up the recovery process, but it was their compassion and dedication that truly made a difference. As Zorgo's physical condition improved, so did its spirit. The humans could see a spark of hope in its eyes that wasn't there before. One morning, as the sun rose over the barren landscape, Zorgo made a sound that caught everyone's attention. It was a deep, resonant tone that echoed through the valley. Elena, Sam, Lisa, and Tom gathered around, trying to decipher what Zorgo was trying to communicate. "I think it wants to show us something," Sam said, observing Zorgo's movements. Following Zorgo's lead, they ventured deeper into the valley. Despite its size, Zorgo moved gracefully, guiding them to a hidden cave. Inside, the walls were covered with ancient markings and symbols. Zorgo pointed to them with a claw, making a series of sounds that their translation devices struggled to process. "These must be stories or messages from Zorgo's people," Lisa speculated. "Maybe it's trying to tell us about its past." They spent hours in the cave, studying the markings and piecing together fragments of Zorgo's history. They learned about a peaceful species with a deep connection to the natural world, misunderstood and feared by others. Zorgo's kind had once thrived across many planets, but relentless hunting and prejudice had driven them to near extinction. "We have to help it," Elena said, her voice filled with determination. "We can't let this history be forgotten." As days turned into weeks, Zorgo's condition improved significantly. It started to communicate more effectively, using a combination of sounds, gestures, and telepathy. The humans learned about its unique abilities, including telepathic communication and an extraordinary understanding of the galaxy's ecosystems. One evening, as they sat around the campfire, Zorgo shared a vision with them. It was a vivid, telepathic image of a lush, vibrant planet that Zorgo remembered from its youth. The planet was teeming with life, a stark contrast to the desolate world they now inhabited. "That's where you come from?" Tom asked, awestruck. Zorgo nodded, its eyes reflecting a mix of nostalgia and sorrow. "We have to find this place," Elena declared. "If there are more of Zorgo's kind out there, we need to help them too." With a renewed sense of purpose, the team began planning their next steps. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to find Zorgo's homeworld and uncover the truth about its species. As they prepared to leave the desolate planet, they received an unexpected message from their ship's communication system. It was a distress signal from a nearby settlement under attack by hostile forces. "We can't ignore this," Sam said. "Those people need our help." Elena nodded. "Let's go. And Zorgo, you're coming with us." The beast's eyes glinted with a fierce determination. It was no longer alone, and together with its new human friends, it was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As the Endeavor soared through space towards the distress signal, the crew briefed Zorgo on the situation. The alien beast, now an integral part of the team, listened intently. Despite their initial fears, Zorgo had proven itself to be a friend and ally. When they arrived at the settlement, they found chaos. An aggressive alien species known as the Krell were attacking the inhabitants, who were desperately trying to defend themselves. The humans sprang into action, with Zorgo at their side. Elena took charge, her voice calm and authoritative. "Lisa, Tom, secure the perimeter and get the settlers to safety. Sam, you're with me. Zorgo, we need your help to push back the Krell." Zorgo roared in response, a sound that reverberated through the battlefield. Its presence alone was enough to give the settlers a glimmer of hope. As the Krell advanced, Zorgo charged, using its immense strength to repel the attackers. The humans provided support, coordinating their efforts seamlessly. With Zorgo's telepathic abilities, they communicated effortlessly, anticipating each other's moves. The battle was fierce, but the combined efforts of Zorgo and the humans began to turn the tide. The Krell, unprepared for such a formidable defense, started to retreat. As the last of the Krell were driven off, the settlers emerged from their shelters, their faces filled with gratitude and relief. One of the leaders, a tall man with graying hair, approached Elena. "Thank you," he said, his voice shaking with emotion. "We thought we were done for." Elena smiled. "You're safe now. This is Zorgo," she said, gesturing to the alien beast. "Without its help, we couldn't have done this." The leader looked at Zorgo with a mix of awe and respect. "We owe you our lives." Over the next few days, the humans and Zorgo helped the settlers rebuild. They shared stories and learned about each other's cultures. Zorgo, once feared and abandoned, was now a hero. As they worked, Zorgo showed the settlers its unique abilities. It helped restore damaged ecosystems, using its knowledge to revitalize the land. The settlers, seeing the benefits of cooperation, began to question their own prejudices. One evening, as the stars glittered above, Zorgo gathered the settlers and the crew of the Endeavor. Using its telepathic abilities, it shared its vision of unity and cooperation among different species. The images were powerful, showing a galaxy where all beings lived in harmony. The settlers were moved. "We need to spread this message," the leader said. "If more people understood what we've learned here, things could be different." Elena nodded. "We will. But first, we have to find Zorgo's homeworld. There may be others like it who need our help." With the settlement secure, the crew prepared to continue their journey. The settlers bid them farewell, their hearts filled with hope and gratitude. As the Endeavor launched into space, Zorgo stood by the viewport looking out at the stars. For the first time in a long while, it felt a sense of belonging and purpose. Elena joined it, placing a hand on its massive shoulder. "We're going to find your home, Zorgo, and we're going to show the galaxy what we can achieve together." With renewed determination, they set course for the coordinates Zorgo had shared, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The Endeavor traveled through uncharted space, guided by Zorgo's memories and telepathic visions. As they approached the coordinates of Zorgo's homeworld, the anticipation among the crew was palpable. "Entering the system now," Lisa announced from the cockpit. The planet ahead was lush and vibrant, teeming with life. It was a stark contrast to the barren world where they had found Zorgo. As they descended, Zorgo's excitement was evident. Its eyes gleamed with recognition and hope. The humans shared its anticipation, eager to see what awaited them. Upon landing, they were greeted by an awe-inspiring sight. The planet's surface was a tapestry of thriving ecosystems, with flora and fauna that seemed almost magical. However, signs of conflict were visible, with ruins and remnants of battles scattered across the landscape. They made their way to what appeared to be a central hub, a large ancient structure that had once been a grand city. As they explored, Zorgo communicated with its surroundings, sending out telepathic signals. Slowly, other creatures emerged from hiding, beings similar to Zorgo, though smaller and more timid. Elena stepped forward, her hands raised in a gesture of peace. "We're here to help. We come in peace." The creatures, sensing Zorgo's trust in the humans, cautiously approached. Through a series of gestures and sounds, they communicated their plight. They had been hunted and driven to the brink of extinction by the Krell and other hostile species. Zorgo, now fully recovered and empowered by the presence of its kin, took charge. Using its telepathic abilities, it shared its journey and the alliance with the humans. The creatures, once fearful, began to understand that cooperation could be their salvation. Days turned into weeks as the humans and Zorgo worked together to rebuild the community. They shared their advanced technology, helping to restore the planet's infrastructure and protect it from future threats. News of their efforts spread across the galaxy, reaching other species and planets. Inspired by the story of Zorgo and the humans, many began to reconsider their prejudices and seek out alliances. Delegations from various species arrived on the planet, eager to learn and offer their support. One day, as a gathering of different species convened in the rebuilt city, Elena addressed the crowd. "We stand here today not as humans or aliens, but as beings united by a common goal, to create a galaxy where all life can thrive in harmony. Let Zorgo's story be a beacon of hope and a lesson in the power of unity." The crowd erupted in applause, their cheers echoing through the air. Zorgo stood beside Elena, its presence a powerful symbol of the newfound alliance. As the gathering continued, plans were made for a collective effort to address the galaxy's challenges. From environmental restoration to mutual defense, the united species vowed to support one another. That night, under the starlit sky, the humans and Zorgo reflected on their journey. "We've come a long way," Sam said, looking at Zorgo, "and this is just the beginning." Zorgo nodded, its eyes filled with gratitude and determination. It had found a new family in the humans and a purpose that transcended its past. Elena smiled. "Together, we'll shape a future where no one is left behind and all are given a chance to thrive." With their mission clear and their bonds stronger than ever, the humans and Zorgo looked forward to the challenges ahead, ready to face them together as a united force for good.